Good morning. Welcome to Morning Moments. I'm so glad that you came to join us today. I have a very, very special guest today. I cannot believe that he agreed to be on Morning Moments. Lightning Ned Mitchell, you may not know the name, but you know the results of what his efforts are. He's an author, and he'll talk about his book a little bit, but he's also a founder of women's professional basketball. And it's because of him you've heard of WNBA, and what a great ambassador for the kingdom he has become. Lightning Ned Mitchell, welcome to Morning Moments.
Thank you for having me, brother. I really appreciate it.
Well, I saw you in some other interviews, and I reached out to you and asked if you'd be on, and you graciously accept my invitation. I'm going to ask you the question I ask everybody: what do you do, and why do you do it?
Well, what I'm doing is trying to ensure people, the question asked by many people today, they say, "Well, does God still do miracles?" That's a big thing, and my thing is to assure them that, yeah, God does do miracles. First of all, every morning he wakes us up. That's a miracle.
Yes.
So we take for granted that that's just that. But then I like to go deeper into that conversation when I say, I know he does miracles because I know what he have done in my life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what intrigues me. The thing about it here, when I first, I'm up in Wisconsin, first of all. With this is what my story begins. I'm in Wisconsin and I'm playing minor league football, and I'm playing with a team, Delaware Red Devils, out of Delaware, Wisconsin, and I'm looking for a shot with the Green Bay Packers. That's what I'm about. I'm about playing football and getting in the National Football League. That's my hope. That's my dream. That's what I wanted to do. When I came out of high school, I'm from a little country town back in Louisiana. When I come out of high school, I'm finna go to Grambling State University, probably to play. I'm thinking to play for Eddie Robinson. Then I'm going into the National Football League. But unfortunately, I got drafted in the Army and had to go to Vietnam. So my whole life changed. And after that change in my life, I come back from Vietnam by the grace of God. Had some issues, but thank God we got through it. But now, I'm back in that football field. I want to play in the National Football Leagues. I'm pursuing that. Long story short, I'm in Wisconsin, like I said. Delaware, playing on the minor league team, trying to get some scouts from Green Bay to see me, trying to get some footage. And my whole life changed there. And one night I'm working at this factory in Crystal Lake, Illinois, and was doing some parts for General Motors. I mean, minor league ball, you don't make money. You gotta work on the jobs too, to help you pay your bills, because you don't make any money playing minor league ball. So as I'm working in this factory, one night I cried out to God. I thought, this is it, man. I can't keep doing this. I want to play football and I want to play like right now, And I cried out to God that night. I said, Lord, help me to get in professional sport. Obviously, I'm talking about the NFL, but words came out, help me get into professional sports. And when that came out, I didn't even dawn on me. I'm saying, well, God knows what I want. He knows everything, And something said to me, as I'm sitting there with this thought, it's almost like somebody's talking to me. Someone said, create a women professional basketball league. And when I heard that, when that thought come to me, it scared me. Like, like in the dark, when you're scared and the chills come up on you. This happened to me. Like I was scared and I looked around like somebody else was in there with me or who I was. I was just sitting back in the area at the plant, working, everybody else was going to lunch. I'm sitting back there, crying out to God. So then I turn around looking, thinking maybe my brothers or somebody else back there trying to scare me, And then I thought, well, boy, I need to get some rest. I must be getting tired, I'm losing sleep or something, And then I thought again, as I'm sitting there, I said, Lord, And before I can get Lord, I seen like that thought, it came out again, create a women's professional basketball. Like, and seeing like this time it was a little stronger than the first time. So now I'm really scared, you know. So I look around like I'm thinking there's somebody else in here, you know. So I kind of get up and I think, well, maybe I better walk back up to the cafeteria where everybody's eating at, you know. And if I'm walking back up there, the thought came to my mind, okay, God, if you want me to do this, if you want me to create this leg, when the night when we driving home, I'm going to share with my brother and the other guy that was riding with us. And I said, if they start laughing, I'm gonna start laughing too, you know, because I'm gonna say, yeah, I was just kidding. You know, I wasn't gonna do nothing like that. That's stupid anyhow, right? You know. But if they don't laugh, God, I said, I know it's from you. So, so I'm trying to, you know, we get off about 1:30 that night, and then we get in the car. First thing they do is turn the radio on and try to find something they like in music, you know. Now I'm trying to figure out in my head how I'm gonna say this to them. So as we driving home, pitch black down this highway, we going down Highway 11, going back to Janesville, Wisconsin, you know, no street lights and they're just dark stars in the sky, you know, they driving. And then I turned the radio down. They said, oh, leave it on. I like the song. I like the song. I said, wait a minute, guys, I want to say something. They said, well, hurry up. I like this. So I said, you know, I'm thinking about quitting the job. What are you talking about, man? We got the best job in the world. We don't do nothing anyhow. What are you talking about you quitting, you know? I said, well, I'm thinking about starting a women's professional basketball league. And I'm driving, waiting on them to start laughing, you know, and nobody's laughing. You know, I'm waiting on them to laugh so I can laugh too, you know. And then the first thing come out of one's mouth, he said, man, that may be a good idea. And the other guy said, well, you know, because the women's don't have nowhere to go after college. They got to go overseas somewhere and play, you know. And I'm thinking, well, what's going on? I'm just driving now, you know, like what's going on, you know. So okay, that went by. Okay, I kind of throw that on the back burner. Now, remember, I told to God, God, if they don't laugh, I know that's what you want me to do. But now that wasn't convincing enough for me. You know, I just thought I'd just let that slide and get on back to God. Know what I want. I want to play in the National Football League. So probably 2 weeks later, they had to go into work early. So I ended up driving myself to work late that shift, you know. So that night when we got off from work again, about 1:30 in the morning, we driving home. They had already left because they went in early. And I'm driving home that night and I'm kind of getting like, oh, Lord, things ain't moving fast enough. I need to get going with this, you know, get in the National Football League, you know, and I'm driving down the highway again, you know, pitch dog. And I'm just thinking, man, I'm tired of working at the plant. I want to get my life going. I want to get into the NFL, you know. And I cried out to God. I said, God, I said, if you want me to create this women's professional basketball, that's just, I'm not even serious about it. I said, you know, if you want me to create this women's professional, I'm just kind of like talking out of my head, you know, because it's just me in the car. As far as I'm concerned, it's just me, you know, me driving, but, you know, God is always everywhere with us anyhow. So I said, if you really want me to create this leg, Lord, can you do something? Can you do something to give me a sign? And all of a sudden, there would come a beautiful shooting star, like it was coming right down towards the windshield and I'm driving. And when I saw that star, I thought, man, that's the sign. That's the first thought come to my head. Then the next thought come to my head, like the enemy, still in my blessing. You see shooting stars all the time. And the minute that thought hit my mind, I see shooting stars all the time. About three of them came like boom, 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 just like that. And I got so scared, I started crying. And I had to pull over off the highway because I was so afraid. I know it was God telling me he was getting my attention. But I was crying, so I pulled over, you know, to try to get myself together again, you know, and then I really took hold of what God was telling me to do at that point in time because I felt that was my sign. I had to move forward with this creation of this league. Okay, so I think it was about a week or two later, I started saying, Lord, okay, what do I do? What do I do? We saw Lynn, he said, you know, God had already prepared me for this. Because as a kid, when I was 9, 10 years old, I used to go around in the neighborhood and where we lived at and organize little basketball leagues and stuff for kids, where we play each other. They used back then they used to have a little electric football field. I would get kids to get the parents to buy that. I would set up a league for them to play football. I used to do that as a kid, you know, but now God was preparing me to organize this league, this women professional league. So I know what to do. It came natural for me when it was time for me to start doing these things. Uh, here's one of the funniest things. Okay, when I got the stationery made, when I got the letterhead, then I had to send a letter out to all these universities, send to these colleges, we're gonna have this new women's protein league that's coming to the United States. You know, when I got all this done, I had to come up with a facility for the whole tribe with. And I'm feeling pretty good now because I got the letterhead, we got our address, everything's beginning to look good. And I'm thinking, well, shit, God just gave me all these ideas. And then I'm thinking, well, okay, now we gotta get a arena to hold our tribe for these girls. What could we hold it at? Then I thought, well, shoot, we could hold it at the YMCA because they had just built this beautiful YMCA in Janesville, Wisconsin, and the director of them know me because I do a lot of work with the kids down there. So I said we could go down, but for some reason I felt uncomfortable with that. God didn't want me to hold it at the YMCA, you know, and I was thinking, you know, why is it that God don't want me? I was thinking, why I can afford this. This is cheap, I can't afford nothing else. I can't even actually couldn't afford that. But I said, God, I said, I got this place, we can hold it at the YMCA, but I was uncomfortable with that, with the feeling of that. Then it's like I just said to myself, well, what do you want me to hold this thing at? And all of a sudden on the TV, Milwaukee Bucks shows up. The Milwaukee Bucks, and I'm looking at the TV and I'm thinking about when I'm asking God, where you want me to hold this thing at? And then, and it was like, I was supposed to hold it at the Milwaukee Bucks facility. I was like, whoa, you don't understand. I ain't got no money. Why do you want me to hold it at the Milwaukee Bucks? And then actually I started I was trying to get angry now with God, because I ain't got no money as it is, and you want me to hold it there when I know I can get this place for free. And then I thought, okay, I call the Bucks the next day and tell them who I am, what I'm trying to do, and we like to use their facility for this trial. So the next day, I dialed information. I got the number to the Bucks. I called the Bucks office, and I said to the lady that answered the phone, she said, "Yeah, Milwaukee Bucks, may I help you?" I said, "Yeah, hi, my name is Ned Mitchell, and we're in the process of starting a women's professional basketball league here in the United States. We like to hold our trial at your facility." And I'm waiting on the lady to hang up anyhow, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyhow, the lady said, "What dates are you interested in?" And I'm thinking, well, this done already got further than I expected. So I'm thinking, what dates? So I gave her the dates that we wanted to hold this trial. And she said, well, let me make sure our calendar is free for that time. Because she said, I think we hold our rookie camp sometime during that time frame. And then she said, give me a second here. So she went, and I'm still confused what's going on. So she goes, and she checked the dates. Then she come back and she said, you know what, sir? She said, unfortunately, those dates, this is when we hold our rookie camp. So we won't be able to accommodate you for those dates. She said, do you have any other dates? I said, oh, no. Those are the dates that I needed. I'm saying no because I want to get back at God. I told God I can get the YMCA. He didn't want the YMCA. Now I can't get this place too. Then as I'm thinking that in my head, trying to get back at him, the lady said, hold on a minute, let me check something. So she went back and she talked with somebody else. She comes back on the phone. She said, sir, you know what? They said we moved our camp to Denver, Colorado this year. You can have those dates. And I'm thinking, whoa, that's back on me now. So now I'm thinking, she said, do you want them, sir? I said, yes, ma'am. Yeah, I want the date. She said, well, do you want us to do anything for you? And I'm thinking, well, she said, well, it's going to cost, if we're involved with it. And I thought, well, I got to get the price up higher. I can get it so high, do I know I can't afford it? And then she said, I said, yeah, I want you guys to help me out. It's because I'm trying to get the price up. She said, well, okay. She said, now, do you want us to contact the media for you? I said, yeah, ma'am, yeah. She said, do you want us to set it up like if the Bucks was doing their training? She said, with the water, towels, Gatorade, and everything. I said, is that extra? She said, yeah, it'll be a little extra. I said, oh yeah, give us everything. And she was I could hear this calculator going, adding the stuff up, So I'm feeling pretty good now. But I'm throwing everything that I could throw at her. She just want hot water, cold water. I'm thinking, well, cold water is cheap, costs nothing. Hot water, you got to turn the heat on. I said, give us the hot water. And I could just hear this calculator. She just going. Finally, she said, okay. She said, I think we got pretty much everything down. She said, is there anything else we missing that you could think of? I said, no. I said, I can't think anything. I said, but if you can think anything else that you think we may need, I want to make sure everything is first class. I said, give it to us. And she had, I could tell it kind of the little calculator hitting, and I'm thinking, boy, this thing will probably get me about 15 to $10,000. I only got $250 in my pocket. I just got paid, so and she said, okay, I think we got it all. You know, she said, are you ready for that? Yeah, I said, let me sit down, because I'm thinking, well, she really finna lay it on me. And she said, okay, we can get you there for like 100. She said $187, I think, and 76 cents or something like that. And when she said that, I must have almost fainted, because I'm thinking, what in the world is going on? You know, how can I get in there? Yeah, I got 250. She said, do you want it, sir? I got the money in my pocket. God left me with some change, so he didn't take the whole paycheck. I said to the, I said, yes, ma'am. I said, yes, we want it. So she went on and got us signed in for this day, for this tribe. Okay, now I send the letters out to 136 NCAA Division 1 and 2 schools, 136 letters. And so as I get these letters out to all these places, you know, I think we're almost getting ready to approach this tribe time. I'm scared now because I think at the point in time, I only got 5 letters back. 5 letters. I just sent out 136 letters, 5 responses, and I'm scared. So I thought maybe I better run an ad in the paper up in Milwaukee and in the surrounding area and just let girls know we're having a try. Anybody wanted to come up and try for this team. And I'm scared, man. So I went down to Saxon Sporting Good, a friend of mine. I needed to get some basketballs for the tribe. And I had to get some jerseys for the girls, 2 sets, 2 different colors, for both teams so they could identify who's on who team. And I had a friend, Tone Saxon, that gave me everything I needed by the grace of God. He was just, it's like God had everything. He handed it to me. It was just that easy. I got everything given just like that, just like that, just like that. You know, wasn't nobody saying, give me this amount of money, give me this. It was just like they was waiting on me to come in. Okay, now we get to this tribe. Here it is, that Saturday morning, it's tribe time. Now I'm a little scared because I only got them 5 letters back. I get there, I pull up by the Bucks facility, all the media's there. They can't wait. They can't wait to see, what's going on with this. Well, number one, they there because it's at the Bucks facility, see. So they wanted to know, what type of turn was this thing going to be? Is this a big joke of what's going on? So as we go in there, as I walk in there, there's 5 girls. I see 5 girls. Only 5 girls there, and I see the media. So I'm thinking that must be the 5 levels I got back. So the media, some of the media just saw, they saw me coming in. They said, "Are you Mr. Mitchell?" "Yeah, I am." You know, "Oh, so you the one holding this trial?" I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "Well, how do you think it's going to turn out?" I said, "Well, I think it's going to be a great turnout. You know, I think it's going to be a great turnout. You know." He said, "Well, you got just 5 girls here." He said, "You want to get some more players, sir? You know, you need at least 10." One of them said, "You need at least 10 the whole just to run up and down the court." You know, I said, "The girls will be here. They know what time they're supposed to be here, you know." So I'm just kind of talking with the 5 there. And then I went and talked to the 2 coaches, from one from Milwaukee Tech University, and there was another coach that I had asked to come hold the trials and pick me. I wanted them to pick me 22 girls to take on tour in the Midwest to see what's in the interest out there for this women's pro league, you know. So the coaches there, them 5 girls were there, and I think it was about almost like a quarter till, and I'm thinking, man, they're supposed to be there, at 11 o'clock. It was either 10 or 11 o'clock, you know. So as I'm walking, I hear one of the media guys say to the other, they didn't know who I was at these guys, you know. He said, "You think we should have came in? This is just gonna be a big joke," or something like that. One of them said. So I thought I had to go there. I said, "Hey guys," I said, "You guys don't have to worry." I said, "Those girls will be here. You know, you guys just be ready to do your thing when they get here." Then I said, "Excuse me, please." And then I go down to the men's restroom, and all I can get out of my mouth at that time was, "Lord, please help me." Yeah. And I said those exact words. And then I come back upstairs. I think it was about almost like I think 4 minutes till. It's about 4 minutes till, I think. Every bit of, I think about 3 minutes till that time, 11 o'clock or 10, whichever time we had to set up. Those doors open and girls come to out of nowhere. I mean, it was girls come, they had duffel bags, it was just like, I don't know, just like somebody had opened a floodgate, and they were just coming. It was girls they were from Arizona, they were from Florida, they were from Chicago, they were from Indiana, they were from everywhere, Colorado, Missouri, Nebraska, I could not believe it, man. And I was so happy with Jordan, like the tears, I wanted to cry, but I had to kind of hold my composure, because I was supposed to be over this whole event. Then the coaches took the girls, put them on the court, split them up the way they want them, had them do stretches and stuff. And then we had the scrimmage, and they picked out that 22 girls that we wanted to take on tour. And all the girls that was left over, we told the girls that it's not that they hadn't made this new league, but we will be getting in contact with them to let them know which team they will be hitting for from that point. So that was where we were with that tour and first getting this thing all beginning. You want to jump in there now?
Yeah, that's great. Let me I was just waiting for a great spot to jump in. Here's what I'm going to encourage you all to do.
Okay.
I hope that I've just whet your appetite for this story.
Okay.
My brother's got a book he's written. He's got other interviews that's on the internet that's just fantastic. What I want to encourage you to do is get his book. You could get it on. We're going to put it down in the comment section if you're seeing this on Facebook, and if you're seeing this on uh, um, my YouTube channel, you'll see it there. But I want you to pursue it, find out more about the story, because as he was talking, I was thinking what God told Moses, or what actually Moses asked God. God asked Moses, "Well, God, what do you want me to do?" And God said, "Well, what's in your hand?" He says, "Well, in my hand, I have a staff." And so it's like God is asking Lightning Ned, "Well, what's in your hand?" "I have a basketball." So if that's what God's put in your hand, use it. And that's what's exciting. God's got a plan, a hope, and a future for you. And
Yes.
I really think that within God's plan, he sees what's there. He sees what his plan is for you, and by stepping out in faith, what a great message of faith that this story has. As he steps out on faith there, what a great you can't make this up. I felt like I was listening to another story of the Field of Dreams. That's what I felt like. If you build it, they will come. But when God doesn't speaking to you, that makes the big difference. And here's the key, folks. God knows your heart. It's up to us to hear his voice.
Yes.
He wants to speak to you. He wants to tell you what he wants to do, but you're not listening. So God, you say, if you need to speak to me audibly, I will do that. If you need to speak to me through confirmation from my friends not laughing at me, we'll do that. If you need to speak to me through the message of the sermon at church or the scriptures that I read, God's got a message, hope, and a future for you.
That's right.
I am so glad that you came to share that this morning. Thank you so much for sharing it.
Not a problem, brother. Not a problem.
You know the rest of the story. You've seen the WNBA and how big it is, but this is where it all began. And it all began because a man wanted to listen to God and said, God, what do you have for me? God's got a plan for you. And
that's right.
I want you to continue to pray that for Lightning Ned, that God would continue to use him, get his book, that God would bless him with the speaking engagements he's got in different places he goes, and be praying for Ned, if you would, please. Thank you so much for joining Morning Moments today, Ned.
Not a problem. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for having me, and it's been a blessing, to be on your program and to share with the people what God is capable of doing. Like you're saying, if we would trust him, listen to him, and step out in faith.
Amen. God bless you. And thank you for joining us for Morning Moments, and keep on coming back, and God bless you.